Welcome to Movie Creepers. Today we are exploring the Rings of Power Season 2 finale episode. This episode is a total adrenaline rush. It is packed with non-stop action from beginning to end. The Stranger, a mysterious character introduced in the first season, was finally revealed to be Gandalf. This confirmation solidified his role as a key figure in the battle against Sauron. Sauron's power continued to grow. He successfully acquired the 9 Rings of Men, bringing him closer to his goal, creating the One Ring. This ominous development foreshadows the rise of the Nazgul. Galadriel miraculously survived a near-death experience, likely due to the power of her ring. The remaining elves, facing the destruction of a region, sought refuge. This event laid the groundwork for the creation of Rivendell, a safe haven for the elves. A mysterious dark wizard emerged, hinting at a brewing conflict with Gandalf. The identity of this wizard remains a mystery, but it's clear that he poses a significant threat. These events collectively paint a picture of a growing darkness in Middle-earth. The battle against Sauron is far from over, and the stakes have never been higher. So let's dive deeper into the episode, but before we jump into the exploration, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on future videos. Thank you. Let's begin. The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power Season 2 Episode 8 explored. The Rings of Power Season 2 finale plunges us into the Dwarven realm. The long-foreshadowed awakening of the Balrog finally occurs, though it unfolds in a frustratingly anticlimactic way. King Durrant's brief encounter with the Balrog ends with the creature being trapped by a cave-in, a solution that feels far too convenient, given the Balrog's immense power. The sequence seems designed more to remind viewers of Tolkien's larger mythology than to serve any real purpose in the plot. The Balrog, once released, will surely return, but for now, Khazad-dûm is safe, and the narrative shifts to the political scheming of the Dwarf Lords, a thread that will likely be picked up in the next season. One of the episode's most puzzling threads involves the Stranger. His storyline, after being sent off by Tom Bombadil to find a stick, takes a surreal turn as he faces a dark wizard who appears out of nowhere in the Stour village. This confrontation feels more like a dream sequence than a natural continuation of the plot, and the ensuing battle, while visually dynamic, feels unnecessary. The Stranger's eventual revelation of his name should be a powerful moment, but it falls flat. The series places far too much importance on this one name, making it feel like an artificial attempt to create significance. It's a letdown, especially since the character has many names throughout Tolkien's lore, and this one doesn't seem to hold any particular meaning. Back in Númenor, Ar Pharazôn continues consolidating power, extending his persecution of the faith, while Elendil sees his vision from the Palantir come to fruition as he prepares to leave the city. These scenes feel more grounded compared to the rest of the episode, providing a sense of realism in a story that often veers into spectacle for spectacle's sake. However, even Númenor's subplot is primarily set up for future conflicts rather than offering any real resolution. Next, we see the chaos of a region where the orcs, now within the city walls, unleash destruction on everything of value. They burn centuries of accumulated knowledge and beauty with glee, reducing the grandeur of this elven stronghold to ruins. However, while the scene paints a vivid picture of devastation, the emotional impact is blunt. Eregion has been underdeveloped throughout the series, making it difficult to connect with the tragedy of fall. The orcs' brutality should feel catastrophic, but the show hasn't given viewers a reason to deeply care about the city's fate. Annatar and Celebrimbor's climactic confrontation is another moment that should have resonated more powerfully. Celebrimbor predicts Annatar's doom, declaring that his arrogance will lead to his downfall. Yet what follows is a bizarre, almost comical line where Celebrimbor gasps that Annatar is the Lord of the Rings. It's a moment that's meant to be a revelation, but comes off feeling forced and out of place, as if the showrunners wanted to check a box rather than develop a meaningful conclusion to their relationship. It's reminiscent of those moments in pop culture where a character says the thing to appease the audience, but here, it deflates what could have been a poignant scene. Meanwhile, Galadriel leads a band of refugees to safety, only to be captured by orcs and have a brief encounter with Adar, a momentary spark of intensity in an otherwise muddled episode. Adar, still holding Galadriel's ring of power, presents an unspoken reminder of the rift between elves and orcs, and for a fleeting moment, we glimpse the depths of Adar's motivations. Unfortunately, the rest of the series fails to fully support these layers of complexity, leaving the scene feeling like a missed opportunity. Anatar's transformation into Sauron, now dressed in all black, leads to a visually impressive but ultimately pointless duel with Galadriel. The fight, while well choreographed, feels like filler. There's no suspense in the outcome, and it detracts from other underdeveloped threads in the story. The sequence ends with Galadriel awakening alongside Gil-galad and Elrond in the future Rivendell, a place now serving as a refuge for the survivors of Eregion. Frustratingly, this is where we see one of the episode's biggest shortcomings: Galadriel's lack of character growth. Despite her trials, she remains largely unchanged, paying lip service to the notion of light, but without any meaningful exploration of Tolkien's deeper concepts of good and evil. The show hints at transformation but fails to deliver, leaving viewers with an unsatisfying arc for one of its central figures. Isildur's return feels similarly underdeveloped, with a half-hearted attempt at emotional depth when he discusses his mother's death with Theo. The show has given us too little time with these characters for the moment to carry much weight, and the final encounter between Isildur and Kemet, where Isildur is commanded to return to Númenor, feels more like setup than meaningful closure. The finale feels disjointed, with key moments missing or underexplored. Nori's sudden decision to leave the stranger and join the stewards, for instance, is a major emotional turning point, but we never see the inner struggle that led her to choice. It's emblematic of the episode's larger issue. Too much is left unsaid or assumed, making it hard to invest fully in the characters' decisions. Similarly, Prince Durrant's sudden acquisition of brothers who immediately vie for Khazad-dûm's wealth feels shoehorned in for dramatic effect without proper build-up. In the end, the Rings of Power Season 2 finale feels like it's trying to do too much without fully committing to any one storyline. While it sets the stage for future seasons, it leaves viewers with more questions than answers and a sense that many of its emotional beats were either rushed or missed entirely. It's a visually spectacular episode, but one that struggles to find its footing narrative. That's a wrap on the Rings of Power Season 2 finale breakdown. While the episode dazzles with visuals and action, its storytelling falls short in key areas, leaving a mixed feeling about the direction of the series. Here's hoping future seasons find a better balance between spectacle and substance. If you enjoyed this review and want to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates and insights.